Grunge is a good look for you.
Did you have a rough day, Agent Fury?
I'm gonna need clarification on this space invasion.
Skrulls are infiltrating your planet. They're shapeshifters.
Okay, prove you're not a Skrull.
That's a photon blast.
And?
A Skrull cannot do that.
I'm just supposed to take your word for that.
Greetings, our movie geeks, and welcome to episode 28 of the MAaD Movie Podcast, the official movie podcast of worldgeeklynews.com. I'm Nate, the ultimate movie geek, and I'm joined once more by the Scot, who knows a lot, Craig, Stig of the Dump, Lambert.
These are getting worse.
It took me about 5 minutes to think of that one.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
It was trying to rhyme without swearing, is that what you're trying to say?
Trying. So how are you?
Yeah, fine. I've just took a Red Bull just to keep awake for tonight. I'm making sure I go for a wee before we start the movie.
I'm dreading it.
Yeah.
I'm proper dreading it. Like, I've been up since 4:30 this morning.
I didn't get much sleep last night because of the dog. Myself in a fully grown Labrador in a 3-foot wooden bed. Yeah. And she was in a bad mood and wouldn't move, so...
I'm getting up at 4:30 again in the morning.
Yeah, I'll probably be that, but I'll be up at 6.
I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know if I'm going to be able to survive this.
I guess you didn't get tomorrow off then?
No, they offered me more hours.
You can do some overtime if you want.
Yeah, well, that's it. I had to. I couldn't. It was an offer I couldn't refuse, so to speak. Did
they say it in like Italian voice? Like I don't know what that voice that was. It certainly wasn't
my
Italian.
boss is from around the Mediterranean area, so. First off, I don't know. If you want to get in touch with the show, you can email madmoviepod@gmail.com, or you can tweet us at madmoviepod and at movieultimate, which is my own Twitter personal account, or just hashtag madmoviepod and we'll find it somehow.
Somewhere.
That's how it works.
Somehow.
I think we're both a little bit delirious.
Somewhere. Well, I'll tell you one thing. That Red Bull went down nicely.
Yeah.
The litre and a half of Diet Coke I'm about to buy you as well.
I'm looking forward to a nice big Coke.
Yeah.
I don't get the Diet crap because Diets taste like rubbish. Anyway, it's Captain Marvel tonight. You're looking forward to it?
Captain Marvel, yeah. I mean, I did a quick tweet out this morning. I mean, can Marvel still surprise us? That's what we're looking at. And I did hashtag Nick Fury and his eye.
Yeah.
Which was because that's so. To be honest, that's the one thing I want to know how he loses his eye.
What if he doesn't lose it in this?
If he doesn't lose it, he has to, because otherwise. Yeah. I keep thinking that in the land of the blind, the kingdom of the blind, the one-eyed man is the one-eyed king. Yeah. So I'm waiting for the that quote to come out somewhere during the night.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. I don't know if Endgame is overshadowing Captain Marvel a little bit.
It's overshadowing, but I mean, it's like a prequel. It's like you start off a 10.
It has to end, doesn't it? And she's got to receive that beep.
Yeah, or is that at the start and then it's a jog back? Is that what she's right at the beginning and then she'll look back and
like a Wonder Woman type?
Yeah,
the whole film's in a flashback. Mm-hmm. Could be. That'll be all right. I won't mind that. Somewhere, I think I read it somewhere. I think it was somewhere on a feed. A feed? I seriously don't know what I'm talking about. On a Facebook page that I'm friends with, someone put at the end, she'll receive the message and then turn to dust.
Yeah, or
it'd be quite funny.
The tweet will be, I told you, or something like that. I'll get off my land.
Give me my eye back.
Yeah.
All right, so we'll do a little bit of news. We've got a bit of time to do this before we go.
My fault for being late. I do apologise.
That's fine.
I'm not apologising to you.
Oh, right. Well, screw you then.
I apologise for your fear.
You said as soon as you got in, this is the first bit of news that I wrote down was Will Smith. Did we talk about it the other day?
We talked about Suicide Squad 2 and the fact there was a little trailer and the fact that they've put it back, but it's more the female, the...
No, the separate film.
I know the separate films, but the fact is the advert that we saw about Harley Quinn was more about the female DC characters fighting together. I can't remember what the names are now.
Birds of Prey.
Birds of Prey.
Yeah.
Because we said Ewan McGregor's the baddie. He's playing Black Mask.
Yeah. He looks nothing like him.
Yeah, but he'll have a Black Mask.
What she released the title of it. It's like Birds of Prey, or the I can't remember. Fantastic Emancipation of one Harleen Quinzel, and something along those lines. It's like proper.
Yeah.
It's crazy. I should have written it down, but anyway, Deadshot, Will Smith, he's not returning.
Well, I heard that Idris Elba's playing the genie in Return to Jafar as well. Return to Jafar. I don't know if that's just like a rumour that's coming around at the moment.
That'd be quite funny. Yeah. What do you think of that? Because, I don't know if we mentioned it on Sunday. Because with that, the news was out and I had it written.
I enjoyed Suicide Squad. I enjoyed it. And I know it was... I think the baddie was bad, but I liked the interplay between them. Yeah. And it's quite fun with that. But Idris Elba can play funny. And he can play menacing very well. I'm looking forward to the what do you call it, spin-off? The Hobbs and
Shaw.
Yeah, I think that looks hilarious from the trailer. It's like the bickering.
You know, it's probably one of the... Because I've never seen Fast and Furious.
Well,
but I'd probably watch that.
Yeah.
It doesn't look too bad, does it?
See, you watch I watched the first Fast and Furious. I really enjoyed it. The second one, and you got to Tokyo Drift, and because he was only right about 3 seconds, you thought, right, he's left it. He's turned it into like, the billionaire, and it's just bigger and bigger and bigger. I mean, what can you do after attacking a sub? I mean, this is why it's said to move sideways. Yeah, good thinking, Batman.
What is it? Don't call me Batman. Yeah. It's an insult.
Well, the thing is, they have to go to 10. I've told you this before, haven't I? So you can do Fast and Furious, the same Marvel have done with this Marvel Studios in 10. So you have the 10 and the Marvel and that as well. Fast and Furious.
Fast 10 Furious.
Yeah.
What do you think of Idris Elba then?
Yeah.
Taking over.
I think he'll play a more menacing, less funny way of doing it.
Do you think he'll keep the mask on?
No. I'll take it off. I think he'll take it off and it'll be more about the killing.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even though, I mean, did Deadshot become Batman for a short time?
I don't know.
Because I can't remember. I'm pretty sure he did because of the skills. I don't know if it was injured or something.
Yeah.
But
probably will have done. So,
everybody else has.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
I mean, I remember watching the original 1960s one when Alfred played Batman.
With the moustache.
Yeah, and the old grey hair and stuff like that.
What about, though, the fact that he wasn't quiet about not really enjoying being in Marvel, but now he seems to have jumped on board something that could potentially go on for several years. And I suppose that he wanted his own
character.
He wanted his own series with the Dark Tower.
Yeah, well, the Dark Tower. Did you watch the Dark Tower film?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I read the whole series of books before that film.
But the books were decent. The film was
boring.
It was Matthew Mahogany again, wasn't it?
Yeah.
But it's with that. Is it the character? I mean, he's a good cat with decent powers in Thor, but it was more sidelined. I mean, what they have like 5 scenes, about 3 minutes long.
Yeah, I suppose. Like
and you're supposed to be on call 24/7.
I remember one of the
scenes.
Well, that's it. Yeah. And he was. I think he was contracted for like 6 films. And he's done them now, hasn't he?
Yeah, but I mean, I think if he's playing Deadshot, the thing is, does he want a Deadshot like Will Smith and be the main character?
Yeah.
Because I think we all think Harley Quinn's took over as going to be the main character.
Or an ensemble.
Yeah, well, we want an ensemble, but the fact is that there seems to be, like Captain America, you feel as the one, or Iron Man's one they project on for the whole of the Marvel Avengers thing. It's one or the other. I mean, the Hulk's almost sidelined occasionally. It's only if he needs a little bit of help.
Sidelined in bloody Infinity War, wasn't he?
Yeah.
The whole way through.
But I mean, he's going to have to be taught how to fight, isn't he? That's the whole point about it. He's got the power, but if you've got the power and not the skill, but maybe that's what which one's going to teach him? Ronan. Yeah. Teach him how to fight. Captain America going to teach him how to fight.
Yeah. There has been rumours that the Hulk looks a little bit more Bannerish. Like maybe he's come to been able to control it more.
Well, maybe he'll come back purple. Remember the purple? I remember when the Thing got double thinged and fought the Hulk and beat him, but he was purple.
Yeah.
And then the green thing the Green Hulk turned up and beat him up, and he was like, I can't believe it.
I think it'd be quite interesting to have, because then you could have more more banner, so Smart Hulk. That'd be quite cool. I'd enjoy that. It'd be good.
I'd still saying puny humans.
Yeah, Smart Hulk smash. No, I don't mind Idris Elba taking over that role.
No, it's. I liked Will Smith, but we all felt that it was a.
Will Smith can't play a baddie. Can he?
Yeah. No.
And I think
He's never
Idris
played
Elba
a baddie.
can. No, I know.
He's
And when he goes to play a baddie, it turns it round, doesn't he? Yeah.
It's almost like an anti-hero.
Yeah,
It becomes. It's like but I still expect him to do like Fresh Prince of Bel-Air or something like this, and do his like silly dance or the.
Well, he's signed up for Bad Boys 3 or whatever it's called. That's early next year. I think that's January.
I gave up halfway through Bad Boys 2 and I've never watched it since. Because the thing is, the guy who plays Lowry, he's not funny.
Lawrence.
Yeah.
What was he? Martin Lawrence.
Yeah, he's not funny. I watched the only one I've actually liked him in was it Blue Streak or something.
Blue Streak, yeah.
I
remember that. Yeah.
He was nicking the stuff, and he was playing basically a baddie who acted as a cop and beat people up, and they liked him because of it. And to be honest, it was almost by guilt by association. It was funny. I hated Black Knight. I hated Mama's House. I hated Mama's House 2, Mama's House 3, and whatever else he's done ever since.
Yeah, no, I haven't enjoyed that either.
Moan, bitch.
All right, shall we move on to the next piece of news? Morbius. They've released a.
I haven't seen the stills. Have you seen it?
Yeah, it's a still of just what they called where they click in front of the camera. What?
Yeah.
I can't remember what it's called.
A clickerboard. That's when you what you call it to do it at your time. And
and you can see Jared Leto, his eyes through the crack. And and it just says Morbius, so yeah.
He's not a strong enough character. I've never felt he's a strong enough character. The only thing that he was the love interest, and to be honest, that annoyed me in the Spider-Mans of the 90s as well. That's when. Well, it was all what was the Spider-Man cartoons?
Yeah, I remember him in the cartoon
when he became like the man spider and all that. And it was all like almost turning Spider-Man into a mutant to try and link the mutants and the spiders and all that. Have you ever read Spider-Man vs. Wolverine?
Nope.
It was set in Berlin. It was a pretty decent one, actually. But obviously, it's again, you think it's going to be a fight between the two of them. Is that a fight between the two of them? No. It's just them joining up and beating up on the Nazi bad guys.
Sounds like other films.
Yeah.
Other things have happened. I'm not looking forward to it because it's just going to be another. Although we enjoyed Venom, didn't we?
Yeah.
So,
but I mean, we enjoyed Venom, but it was slated.
Yeah.
And I can see why.
Made money though.
In fact, it made money, but it was the best under 2 hour superhero movie I've seen.
Yeah.
The fact they didn't even try and do Spider-Man, there was nothing linked to Spider-Man.
Yeah, no, it was quite funny. But I reckon they're gonna maybe hand him back to Marvel.
Well, it depends. They'll probably try and get rid of what you call him first one. Like Carnage has got that. I mean, that's the one. It's almost like a morsel. That's almost like a 2 hour trailer.
Yeah.
Because it's not the fight we want to see. Not the film we want to see. We
want
to see Carnage and Woody Harrelson's Carnage. Oh.
You can lose the wig though. It wasn't very good. Do you watch Arrow or anything like that?
I know it's been cut.
They're doing 10 episodes, and that's going to be it. Season 8 is going to be the last one.
I mean, I watched the Supergirl trailer, right, and I loved the trailer. Watched the series, didn't like it.
Right.
Arrow, I watched the first 3 series until the Black Arrow came in which
John Barrowman, wasn't it?
Yeah, John Barrowman, and I went. And it wasn't the fact John Barrowman plays a bad guy, it's just the fact he's meant to be stronger and better at it. And you're like, yeah, right. You've just been watching all these things was in Japan. Where did this guy learn? And I went off it. The Flash I've never watched.
Have you not watched it?
My daughter loves it.
I think you'd love it.
My daughter loves it, but again, I'm weird. I don't like Game of Thrones.
Yeah, you are weird.
Yeah.
That trailer came out this week.
I know.
It looks amazing.
I still don't want to watch it.
Can't wait for it. It's going to be great. I think you'd enjoy Flash. It is enjoyable. It does get a little bit repetitive. It's one of the...
But that's what Arrow did as well.
Yeah, but that's the problem.
It's the Americans going for 24 episodes in a season.
And if you notice, the last series of Arrow is going to be 10 episodes. Yeah, so they're going to take the money from the 24, put them into these 10, and they're going to probably be the best series.
But the fact is, that's what we said about the Defenders series.
Yeah.
Because Daredevil and Iron Fist, and they all were 24 episodes long, or 13, 14 episodes. They cut it down to 8, and suddenly we've got a series.
Yeah.
And they're not. It's not like 8 parts filler to 2 parts filler.
They did it a backwards way, didn't they?
Yeah.
Gave this individual characters more
much
episodes. Yeah. And they should have had the team up one bigger. But yeah, I think when they do stuff like that, I think it looks like they're gonna maybe turn it round. Maybe they're not gonna finish.
Or maybe it's going to be more crossovers with
now,
it's in.
Have you watched any of the crossovers?
No, because I don't. Superwoman. I'm not joking. Superwoman trailer or the pilot was fabulous. Then it just went childish.
Yes, but the first series was a different company, TV. Was it CBS? I can't remember. And then it went over to CW, and it became more like Arrow and Flash.
It's just when I lose, it's like Walking Dead starting this week. I haven't watched it. I haven't watched Walking Dead. I can't even be bothered to get interested.
I only have this series to watch now, and then I've caught up.
It's just.
So I'm 10 episodes behind or something.
I mean, me not watching that. I mean, sometimes I do wait and get 3 in a row because I know I'll be excited, but I'm not even excited.
No.
I mean, I'm more interested in Star Trek. I'm more interested in Doom Patrol.
Orville, shut up! Don't
Doom Patrol episode
talk
3.
again.
Fuchsland. That's all I'm saying. Fuchsland.
All right.
It's hilarious.
All right.
It's hilarious. Sorry. Anyway, the Orville. Yeah. I mean, tomorrow night I've got the missus is gone. The kids are out.
She's gone.
Yeah,
she's out.
She's gone. She's got to see Les Mis, and I've got a night of. I've got double Orville.
Yeah.
I might even have double Star Trek. I might watch last week's as well again.
I have last week's as well.
Well, I've watched it. I just might watch it again.
Yeah. Well,
because I watched it with the earphones on, so I could have the surround sound.
Oh, yeah. Have you still got them?
No.
Oh, you took them back?
Took them back.
Oh no.
Took them back. But I've got a 55-inch 4K TV for tomorrow night.
Yeah. Well, there you go.
Yeah, that's my. I'm trialing the sound, then the vision, then we'll try sound and vision at the same time. I'm going to turn it to David Bowie.
55
sound
inch.
and vision. I was looking at 65 inch today.
Oh, yeah, really good. They are good.
I don't want a 65 inch. I'd rather have a premium 55 than a full 65 because it's the same amount of dots.
Hey, I think it's going to be full tonight. We're sitting in the car outside the cinema, so we probably look weird. But there's a lot of people coming. I've
seen about 40 so far. Yeah. The cars are filling up.
Yeah. I got here early and there was no one here. And I thought, ooh, it's going to be quiet. I got the tickets. We just have to go in and get our snacks.
Yeah, it's my time to pay. So get your pop and your poppycorn.
Right.
I've got my jelly snakes just for the change.
Jelly snake. You know what? I might actually get something different today.
Oh, is that 'cause I'm buying?
No. My son's put me onto these Millions, and I really like them.
Oh, yeah, right, okay.
Yeah. Well, I'm probably just going to popcorn.
Does that just keep yourself awake?
I bet you're loving this viewers, aren't you?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's it. I'm gonna have to drive with a coffee in the morning. I'm proper scared. I'm not scared.
Take the train.
I can't.
Why not?
I want to leave early. He's not leaving early. It's doing me hours.
I'm on
you know what I mean?
From 8 till 6 tomorrow.
Ooh, that's worse than me.
I'll be in. I always go in half an hour. So I'll be in at 7:30.
Yeah.
Just prep.
Well, I've got an hour and 10-minute drive. Sometimes I can get it down to 40 minutes. Probably not tomorrow. Probably take as slow as I can. But I've got to get there.
You're not going to record me then?
No. Oh yeah, no, I will be. But I can't park, so I've got to drive and get there for 6, or I don't get a space. And if I get up there,
I managed to get from Barrow to Whitehaven in an hour and 9 minutes in a transit van.
Jesus.
Yes, it was very scary.
I bet it was. Were you kidnapped or something?
No,
thrown in the back?
I was seeing how fast I could do it.
All right, you were driving.
I was driving.
Jesus Christ.
I said that a few times as I went round some of those Cornley Fell.
There's some people on there who are idiots.
It was me in my van.
Yeah. On the Twitter thing. Have you started following anyone?
I followed you, obviously. I followed a couple of people who were on there. I even followed your mother.
No.
So it's But I haven't. I thought since it's the actual one for us, it would be a mutual thing. We would pick who we would do it together.
Oh, I don't mind. No, just go for whoever you want.
Josh Takei then.
Oh, well, hey, well, if you do,
I've got him on Instagram.
Tweet him my picture. You know where it looks like I'm sitting on his knee.
Yeah.
I've
got Josh Takei. He's hilarious, and I've got William Shatner on because I've got William Shatner and Orwell on my Instagram account. But George Takei, it's like, oh my, he's just hilarious, and the Trumpisms he comes out and slagging a Trump. He's a very funny man.
Yeah, he is. Well, I am going somewhere with this. If you were following, if we'd have had the Twitter account earlier, if you were following the Amazon Prime Twitter account, you'd have been seeing a load of a drip feed of Tolkien maps. So Lord of the Rings maps with a quote like men.
I saw the things you sent out about it.
Yeah, I posted it today because today they released the final map, the full map, which pinpoints exactly where it's going to be set and what it's going to do. So I will read this. This is red. The new series could take place during Sauron's rise to power. It's going to be in the Second Age. Lord of the Rings is set in the Third Age or the end of the Third Age. And it could show the creation of the rings, the distribution of power. Also, it's going to be set on Numenor, which is where Aragorn comes from, which is destroyed at the end of the Second Age. So
you're really excited?
I'm excited. It's going to be great. Well, the amount of money they're pushing at this series, it's going to be massive.
Or it's going to be pants. Yeah.
And it could be the fall of Amazon.
No, they tried that with the Amazon Fire Phone, didn't they? Nearly lost it at that. No, are you looking forward to the Tolkien movie?
I've only seen the first trailer. The second trailer came out today, I think. But yeah, it doesn't look too bad.
It's okay.
It's another biopic, isn't it? So
yeah, but it's how he gets the ideas for Sauron as well from the First World War. Yeah. But I mean, I actually had a friend of mine actually said he watched Mortal Engines and enjoyed it as a Peter Jackson aside.
Really?
I might actually. He said after the first 10 minutes, he didn't like the trailer. Watched the first 10 minutes, fell in love with it, and watched the whole thing.
No, I started listening to the book, and I gave up.
You said it was pants.
I gave up, but maybe the film might be different if the film can keep us interesting. Someone from the Umbrella Academy is in it. I think it's Klaus. I think he's in Mortal Engines.
I haven't seen him in the trailers.
I don't know.
The Irish bloke.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I heard that.
We'll
I don't know. And I sent you a trailer earlier.
Yeah, I watched it.
What did you think?
Yeah, I think
Brightburn, this is.
Yeah, it just looks like Superman's gone bad as a kid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's
what
awesome.
I'm basically aiming at.
Yeah.
It's almost as if he hadn't landed with the Kents and landed with a slightly...
Well, no, I don't even know if it's that. I think it's just he's a fucking mentalist.
Yeah.
Because, like, she looks like she's cared for him.
Yeah.
But then it just looks like... But it looks like it's just taken Man of Steel and used the same, like, filters and everything like that. And the way it's filmed. I just think, I could get behind this. If I can't have a Superman film, if you're not going to make a frigging Superman film... 2. Yeah, Man of Steel 2. Hashtag make Man of Steel 2. If you're not going to do that...
Idris Elba's up for that part as well, is he? If he leaves, yeah. No, I mean it does look good. Again, it looks a bit horror movie for me. Being a big chicken.
Oh yeah, I suppose the scene.
But I did watch Overlord this week.
Oh, what was it like?
I really enjoyed it, but it was, you could see it was a J.J. Abrams. The guy who's played it, I just kept thinking it was like John Basinger, you know, from the Star Wars movies.
Yeah.
It was just any other actor we can put in that place, sort of thing. But, I mean, the special effects were good. I mean, really, yeah. I mean, it was more gruesome than scary, but then it's more like watching The Walking Dead sort of thing.
Right. I need to watch it. There's a lot of stuff that I need to watch. I'm so far I'm behind. We watched 3 episodes tonight of something on Netflix. It's an Australian TV show. I think it was called Glitch, and it's about 6 people who come back from the dead.
Correct. Oh yeah, I've seen the trailers for it, and it's people at once from like 1940 after the war,
it's all
and all these
through.
sort of things.
And there's this you find out quite early on that they can't leave the town.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, it's all right. It seems a little bit.
Did you ever watch
cheesy.
that French one where the people came back from the dead?
There was one I watched not so long ago.
That was excellent.
Was it then?
And they came back, and it was like they'd been dead in the reservoir or something. They came back from the reservoir, from the water sort of thing.
4400 or something like that.
No.
Okay, I don't know. And there was one that I watched not so long ago, which we stopped watching because it got boring, and it was set in America, and it was about this girl had come back from the dead, but it had been years after she'd died, and she was still like a child, and I think, was her body still in the grave? I can't remember.
It was obviously so good.
Well, that's it. We stopped watching it. It's one of those ones where you stop watching. Like,
there's so much on at the moment. Netflix is just so good at the moment.
Yeah, it is.
And even the movies. The movies that are out there. I must admit, tonight before I come out, I was watching Finding Neverland.
Yeah. The
Michael Jackson biopic about the things he was up to.
Everyone's been going on about that. Yeah.
I don't know. Either way, it's if he has done it, it's freaky. If he's not done it, it's freaky for the people to say it.
Yeah.
It's just, it's very convincing.
Yeah.
So,
yeah.
If he was doing things like that, but was he being abused? That's what they say about his dad as well.
Yeah.
Is that why he changed his skin? Because we're trying to get away from what it was and all this sort of thing. Was he just a kid? It's just it. But to be honest, it wasn't pleasant watching.
No, that's what I've heard. It's not something.
It's not something I'd go, oh, do you know what? Watch that because it's going to make you really feel happy. You feel the endorphins and stuff like that coming towards you. It was. It was, to be honest, it wasn't something I wanted to watch. It was
just on.
You're watching this.
Right, okay.
Yes, dear. You want to go out at midnight with your mate to the pictures, you're watching this.
Oh, dear. I know. I've been looking forward to this. I can feel the tiredness behind my eyes.
Yeah. My Red Bull's kicking in. You can tell by the way I'm talking.
You're very fast. Right, all right. We've got 5 minutes until it starts. Well, no, it's 5 to midnight. We can either...
I turn into a pumpkin in 5 minutes. We need to get... We don't know how big the queue is. We need to get your stuff and my drinks.
Right. So should we go and see Captain Marvel and then reconvene after this?
I think that's a good reason to come here tonight at this time.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
It is, because I would usually be in bed.
Yeah.
Sleeping.
I'd be sat there with the dog going, no, I'm not taking you out again.
You've just been out.
Yeah.
All right.
See you in 5.
Yeah, see you in 5. We're back. But unfortunately, it's not 5 minutes after the film finished because
there's daylight.
Yeah, there is daylight. We left the cinema, and it was It was half two. And if we were going to do a review of Captain Marvel, it would take us to gone 3 o'clock.
Yeah.
I was up.
Normally does.
I get up at 4:30 in the morning, so I bottled it and had to go home. Had an hour and 45 minutes sleep.
I had 3. Then I did a 10-hour shift from up with the dog at 6, into work at 8 or 7:30, finished at 6. And
I think I calculated over a 44-hour period, I slept a grand total of an hour and 45 minutes.
Seems fair.
I feel fine now, though.
Yeah.
I don't look it. I look like I'm hugging the table.
Oh, you saw that tweet you did? You look as if your fin looked half dead. And that was after the Red Bull. All the energy drinks are available because it was another energy drink. I just call it Red Bull.
Bull sperm.
Yeah.
So I was because it's a new day and things have happened. I was going to add on a bit of news, but I'm not going to bother. So we're just going to go straight into Captain Marvel review. We'll try and do spoiler review first. We'll just recap the film without dropping any spoilers.
Yeah.
So
basically, it's Chumbawamba.
Chumbawamba?
Yeah, she gets knocked down, she gets back up again.
Oh, yeah, she does,
yeah. Which is... it's an awful lot like the Spider-Verse, Into the Spider-Verse, but it was like, how many times do you get hit, but still come back up?
Yes, yeah.
So I mean that is a long used superhero thing where they've overcome adversity and survive. So I mean, they tried to do for women what they did for Black African with Black Panther, but it was nowhere near as good a movie.
No, right. Yeah. So basically, it charts the story of Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, as she comes to terms with her powers.
Yeah.
We start the film with her as she is a Kree warrior, isn't she?
Yeah.
Called Vers, and from then
it's trying to be one that's she's been almost like manhandled. Don't use your head, not your heart.
Yeah.
You know, don't show emotion
because they don't know how powerful she is.
They've got an assumption of how that's why they're trying to control her. But again, are we giving away?
We're giving away too much. Yeah, maybe. I suppose that's for the comic book readers who know her power set
And where it came from.
Yeah. So basically, what happens is there's a war between the Kree and the Skrulls, and we're seeing it from the Kree point of view, aren't we? And she is captured early on in the film by the Kree, and then there's
by the Skrulls.
By the Skrulls, sorry, yeah.
Skrulls. And you've seen it in the trailer. You've seen it in the trailer where she's hung upside down,
and they're probing through her mind because she knows something that they want or need,
which we don't know what it is.
No, we don't know what it is. And then, as in the trailer, she falls through a Blockbuster, which you posted, you tweeted, didn't you? On
the the last Blockbuster is now in Bend, Oregon. And the fact is that it's the only one left. The one in Perth, Australia, is now shut down.
Sorry, the dog's just handed him a sock.
And the what you call it is the one in Oregon actually serves beer. Blockbuster beer. Blockbuster beer.
Maybe we should have a road trip.
What, to Oregon?
MAaD Movie Pod on the road.
So we do Route 66 first for all, and then we have to name every movie. Yeah. It'll be like Kentucky Fried Movie on the way down, and then up the Pan Pacific.
Oh,
now,
I love it. Yeah, let's do it. Let's book it in.
What famous car we're going to hire? Will it be a DeLorean?
I was going to say the DeLorean. Yeah. Or the convertible Batmobile.
No, look at the Herbie. The original Herbie from 1950. Yeah. 1960s.
We tangent so much.
Do you know what? I was going to do it. I'd like the Meet the Parents. You know, he's big truck.
They're massive.
Yeah, with all the spy gear and all that in it.
With all the spy.
Yeah.
Anyway, so she collapses. She falls through a Blockbuster, and then.
Because while they're torturing her or trying to get it, they've actually gone to this planet which is called C-53.
So,
and then what happens to be Earth?
Earth, yeah. Mm-hmm. It's always Earth, isn't it? And then she comes to the attention of a couple of agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.
Yeah, it's funny because she goes to the button that says security on his side.
Yeah.
So she thinks, are you security for the whole planet? Just because she's met him sort of thing. And then he's like, no. But we get universal translators. Yeah. Which explains why everybody in space talks the same.
Yes.
Which is they've nicked from Star Trek, obviously. Yeah, it explains why everybody can talk apart from Groot.
And Guardian. Yeah, I was going to say, because they never mentioned that in Guardians.
No.
It's for me. Because we've had time to digest it, and a lot of people at work have been saying, "So what was it like then?" Because they knew that I looked like shit when I got into work
before you went.
And I thought about it, and I was like, "Yeah, it was good. It was good." But the way I've rationalised it, it's like a Phase 1 or possibly Phase 2 Marvel film.
I agree. It's like the old ones where it's just a superhero movie. Yeah. It's not a genre movie with superheroes.
Yeah.
It's almost like they've gone back, but then again, probably because we haven't had apart from Black Panther. We haven't had it's all been sequels. We haven't had any.
But Black Panther wasn't. He was already established.
Yeah.
It was. You can kind of compare Black Panther to Aquaman in that sense, because we've already had, I know not much, but a glimpse of who they are and what they're doing. And I suppose Aquaman was more of an origin story, but Black Panther wasn't. He was Black Panther in Civil War, and then we see what happened after that and how he lost it and then came back, and Killmonger is actually king.
Yeah.
Check out my YouTube video.
We all agree. It did feel like it was like the original Iron Man. It was like the original Captain America.
Yeah.
It was, which at the time was good.
Yeah. At the time,
At the
2008.
time, it was good. Yeah, 10 years ago. We've moved 10 years on since then.
It's, you know, it's like Ant-Man. That film that was enjoyable, but again, it doesn't seem to fit where it's released.
Yeah.
It should have been set earlier.
But is she going to be in the Phase 4? Is she going to go after Thanos? Is she going? Because I suppose she must be, because she's going to have a sequel, isn't she?
She's going to have a sequel, yeah.
I mean, it's no Han Solo. It's not a complete bum.
No.
But it's nowhere near the heights of Black Panther.
No.
It's, to be honest, I was going to say it's more like Civil War in my mind.
Yeah.
Or Ultron. It was a movie that we were hoping for, but it wasn't. Just it didn't have that wow factor.
No, it didn't. It really didn't. And I think, and what Marvel are quite good at is the humour.
Yeah.
The Marvel humour. And there wasn't much of it
The
there.
humour was forced, and it was supposed to be the cat.
Yeah.
I mean.
Samuel L. Jackson was great.
Yeah.
He was very comedic, but
that was
didn't work.
Yeah, I mean, it was quite. I guess another little in joke, isn't it? Calling the cat and goose.
Yeah, well, it was supposed to be called Chewie, wasn't it? But
No,
Disney pulled the.
Well, I think Goose is better for the Top Gun. Right?
Well, yeah,
the
yeah.
1990s and all that, because the two of them are doing all the hand
Yeah,
signal
yeah.
and all this as well.
All that sort of stuff as well. I enjoyed that.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed
But you're a Tom
elements of
Cruise
it.
fan.
Now, well, so are you.
Yeah, I know. I'm not saying. I'm not denying it. I'll just throw it out. I mean, Tom Cruise has gone from being contemplating his own navel all the time and thinking I have to be in every scene to going ensemble casts work so much better.
Yeah.
Because it takes the stress
right,
off
yeah.
him when he's 59, 60, whatever he
Although
is.
he's still doing stupid stunts.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do that when I was 29 or 21, what he does. Yeah, I think he's looked at Jackie Chan and thought, I can do that.
I can do that.
do that.
And he has.
Yeah, apart from releasing an album.
Watch this space.
Yeah.
2020, Tom Cruise, the album.
But like Spider-Man, the album. Well, he's danced. He hasn't sung yet.
No.
He just danced on screen twice.
I bet he has. Well, he did sing in Top Gun.
Yeah, karaoke bar. Yeah. Anyway, back to the film. You don't have to worry about any more things coming out from us because we go off on such a tangent.
Yeah,
we don't know.
it.
There's nothing in the actual movies.
I will mark spoilers on. I'll mark where we start talking about. So we'll go into the film, but
I mean,
at the moment,
I mean, the Australian Skrull, I thought it was excellent.
Brilliant, yeah.
I mean, I thought he was hilarious. I expected him. Again, it's a 12, but it felt like a weak 12.
Yes.
Rather than like the Venom 12s, which I thought was a lot more violence. I didn't see that much violence in there.
No.
Apart from beating the granny up, which we've all seen on the trailer.
Yeah, they've trailed it, yeah.
Yeah. And, but it's. I mean, Matheson, is it Matheson? Is that what you call him? The Skrull? Mandelson or something?
Ben Mendelsohn.
Mendelsohn, sorry. I mean, he's got some of the more better comedic lines.
Yeah.
He's the other one who's trying to do the humour. But it's not the 6 laugh test. You do the 6 laugh test on something else. Like, I mean, as we said, the review, we wanted the review done by the guy from Ant-Man and the Wasp to do the whole review.
Where we at so far in the Marvel Universe.
Just imagine stuff. I mean, one thing we haven't mentioned was the start, the opening, the Stan Lee. Stan Lee, there was the opening sequence. You normally have the Marvel Cinema comes up, Marvel Universe sort of thing, and it was all about Stan Lee this time.
Really, really nice tribute to Stan Lee. It was good. It was good, and if you know,
even if they just kept that,
if they just kept that, there was a lot.
It felt as if they were trying to force it. Do you know what it felt like? A bad James Bond movie.
A bad James Bond movie? We haven't done that for a while, have we?
It felt like they had the idea of what they were going to do and how did it get from A to B.
And I don't know. It's just the wrong time now.
I don't know if it was the way it was edited. It didn't. I mean, the Kree stuff. I was like,
it got. For you, did it get better as it went on? Or did it start and just stay at the same level.
It was like wibbly wobbly. It was like up and
yeah,
down.
There was
some good
moments and
bits.
scenes. Yeah.
I didn't like the thing about his eye. I must admit.
Yeah.
An ongoing joke.
Thing is,
that's not something we're going to talk about. Just about the ongoing joke.
Yeah.
I just thought, oh, you're just playing it now, and you didn't play it that way.
Yeah, because they did. There was a couple of
right at the
moments,
beginning
wasn't
and
there?
right at the middle, one at the end, and it was almost a superhero by the numbers.
Yes,
that's what it felt like, rather than what we said before. We wanted to be wild. I said that in one of my tweets. Can Marvel still
pull it up? Yeah.
No, it was what did I say? Surprise me. And then I put Nick Fury in the eye, and to be honest, it was
nothing.
You knew as soon as you saw that.
Yeah. I felt that this film was, and I don't know if it's because we're keeping our ears to the ground now and watching stuff and making sure we're at the front line of news. We're not, but was it predictable to you?
Yeah,
the whole film. I agree. I found that you knew who the baddie was. You knew where her journey was going. We knew which steps were going to happen. It, like you say, it was a superhero movie playing by numbers.
Yeah.
We knew, like, at this certain point in the film, she's going to have to go and meet someone.
Yeah.
And she does. And
to be honest, it was almost a Superman movie. I'm not saying detrimental, but I'm not being slagging off Superman movies.
Yeah.
But it is, like instead of his mum and dad, it's the best mate.
Yes.
Instead of she's got to learn and grow and become the superhero. Well, that's another one for the spoilers. Another thing that annoyed me, but it just felt it actually almost felt like a DC movie before DC learned.
Yeah. Well. Yeah.
Before Aquaman.
I know. I kind of know what you mean.
I mean, before Wonder Woman, I'm talking about like the Batman versus Superman, setting the Batman up.
Yeah.
It just didn't feel right.
No.
But again, have we matured with it? I mean, if we look at the original 1980s, or 1990s Fantastic Four movies, if we look at the original Hulk with Eric Bana, where they are and where we are now, the movies have just...
They should have moved on, but this one doesn't seem to.
It's like the difference between a PlayStation and a PlayStation 4, the original PlayStation 4. You've grown 20 years, we've grown 20 years, we expect more.
Yes. Yeah, we do. Aye. No, I agree. There was this thing when Age of Ultron came out that Joss Whedon wanted to introduce her then. And I think it was Kevin Feige said no. Do you think she should have been introduced back then?
Well, she's meant to be like the big gun. So the fact is they've been fighting this battle. They've now lost, so we need to bring the big gun in. But I mean, Fury never thought, well, I'm in such a bad place that I need to bring her back.
Yeah, that's true. Well, yeah, that's a bone of contention for me. But
because I'm dying, I'm going to call her now. I just happen to be carrying this around on this day when I'm dying, yeah.
No, but I mean... what was I saying?
A bone of contention about him calling her out when it was...
Oh, no. Before that...
was it necessary? Did they need... Like when the first attack on New York...
Oh, yeah.
When they started the Avengers...
Should they have had... I think Age of Ultron, should they have had... Should they have followed Joss Whedon and maybe brought her in or had her as a cameo back then? Just to introduce... I don't know. Because back then she would have been...
But I mean, that's the thing, because you talk about cameos against this setup. I mean, once we get to the spoiler bits, I mean, I've got quite a few things that I want to bitch about.
All
so,
right. But,
I mean, it's a 3 out of 5.
Yeah,
it's a 3 out of 5. It's not great.
It's not great.
It's no 1 out of 5 Han Solo.
No,
Solo. It's no. It's just one of those also ran movies in the Marvel universe. I will watch it again, but I'm not desperate to see it.
No, I'm not. And I was
that's always the way you judge it.
Yeah.
I mean, Into the Spider-Verse, I've watched that 4 times in a week.
Yeah.
And and I just got wow every time, and I'll sit and just put on certain bits on it. You know, the bit where he jumps off, but he makes a leap of faith.
Yeah,
I just love it. The fact he's the right way up, the skyline's upside down,
it's brilliant,
and the music's superb. That was the best superhero movie.
The thing is, as well, you've got with this film, you could have had some extremely good elements. You could have had the Earth part being not dull, but like visuals.
Yeah.
It could have just been like how Iron Man was in 2008, right? And then with the space stuff, you could have had it all shiny and.
Are you trying to bring Aquaman back into it? Like
do you know what I mean with Guardians of the Galaxy, where it's all
funky and comedic and
I don't know.
bright.
It looks like they tried it, but I don't really see any difference between the two when she's on Earth and when she's not on Earth.
This looked straight. This looked as if almost as if it was filmed in the 90s.
Yes.
I don't know if that's what they're trying to do, but the fact is that it was almost grainy in parts. We didn't watch the 3D. We watched the normal. Normally the 3D stuff is. You can see the 3D.
Yeah.
I couldn't see until the fight at the end with the Kree, which I was disappointed with. So she's meant to be stronger than Novacore, or than the whole Novo.
Yeah, she's supposed to be stronger than everything.
Yeah,
she's basically the Superman for this group, isn't she?
Well, it's. I want to talk about the spoilers.
Right. All right.
It's...
Well, we're going to go into spoilers now. So, if you're at this point and you haven't seen the film, which I find highly doubtful, turn off, watch it, come back.
Or just listen.
Or just
like
listen.
Watching the trailer.
Yeah, because we'll butcher it.
Yeah. It's been done already.
Yeah. So, spoilers.
Right, the most annoying thing. Right, the Tesseract.
Yeah.
So the fact is that she's been bathed in the Tesseract power. So basically she's like an off-child of the Tesseract. Is that what they're trying to do with Scarlet Witch? Because she's meant to be an offshoot of the... that stone, and is that the power she's came from? I mean, is the Tesseract the Power Stone, or which one is it?
I think that's the Space Stone.
So, where's she getting all the other power from? I mean, if it was, it's like she's basically the equivalent, or they're trying to say she's the equivalent of one of those.
Well, maybe the because we've got Annette Bening playing Marvel, the original.
Captain Marvel with male.
Yes. But in this they flipped it. She's been messing around with the Tesseract.
Yeah.
And maybe that's where she gets the powers from, because they've used it for a ship, haven't they?
Yeah, but they're using it as the power supply. But when they shot it, the explosion, the reflection of the forces, I don't think they can destroy it.
She absorbed it.
She absorbed the power of the Tesseract.
I think I'm not too bad with the power set that she has from that.
But I mean, to me, it's how... They're then judging it's the most powerful thing in the world.
Yeah.
The universe sort of thing. It's only one. It's one, and it's the Tesseract. It's not.
But it's just power that's.
It's basically an element. It's like, so she's. So how can you say she's the most powerful if Scarlet Witch has got the same from the other story? Because you could argue that Marvel has more. Scientific knowledge to get.
Yeah, it's more knowledge, and it was just a couple of scientists from. What they call Hydra, who gave them. But then again, are they going to retcon it to have Scarlet Witch and Quicksilver are mutants when mutants are brought in?
Well, they didn't mention mutants, did they?
No, but they when this Fox deal goes through, they could do that. They could just retcon it and say
they can't because Quicksilver's dead.
Well, I know that.
But unless he comes back.
But she's not.
Yeah.
So that's what I mean.
Unless he comes back, I mean, it's like we can always bring someone back.
So I'm not. That.
Right, that's the first one. The second one was, how could the kid just twiddle on the ARM computer?
I thought that.
And work out how to do all the colours. You're going, yeah, right.
Yeah. Yeah. I didn't mind it.
It's.
I did think in the cinema that she's just doing that.
Yeah.
Where, you try and do something on your phone to do colours, and you've got a colour scale.
Scheme, yeah.
Put the colour scale on there and show her pressing the buttons. But I think it's just for time, isn't it?
No, it's just me bitching. It's just what annoys me. I mean, it's silly little things. That's the difference between a great movie and an also ran, is if you actually take the time, the little bits are the important bits. It's not the big scenes.
Yeah.
Because every film has them. It's how you build to it, how you include it in. is it relevant to the story?
Do we care about these characters?
And all that. I mean, why did she have to do it? And then she did it herself. I'll do your colours because you're wearing the US Air Force.
Yeah.
So why was she even involved? Why didn't she just say, well, yeah, was that just so you get the neon colour suit out?
Probably, yeah.
It just shows.
Yeah.
I mean, I like the bits. I like the bits where she's got the mask on, going into the water, the air, the
mohawk.
the mohawk, which are all classic scenes from the comics. But again, it just felt like they were shoveling them in. Like Solo, where does he get his pistol from? Where does he
get his name from?
Yeah, and it's.
I'll call you Han Solo.
Yeah. And it's just that is the things. It's just almost as if it's how are we going to get it in? Well, we can do it in this line with one line. Or let's just do that.
Oh shit. Because
he's going on about, is it Marvel? No, it's two words. Marvel.
The name,
Marvel.
the name at the end.
Yeah.
It was Solo.
Yeah.
No, it's 2 words.
Yeah.
Marvel. No, Marvel.
Yeah, Marvel.
And
So
then he
it
starts
sounds
singing,
better.
doesn't he? There was some good moments.
I mean, I'm not saying there wasn't good moments. I'm just saying it's like a bad James Bond movie. They have great setup, great pieces, but it feels clunky.
Yeah.
And
it
felt
clunky.
It felt clunky. It didn't feel as if either the editing or the director. I know there's 2 directors. I'm surprised with 2 directors especially that they would allow that as the final show of the movie.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what you mean. I know. So, go on then. You want spoilers. Turns out that she's actually a human.
Yeah, surprise, surprise. And the Vers comes from a dog tag.
A dog tag that has broken down the middle and left her surname, hasn't it?
The Carol Den is still, they found that, so they said she was assumed she was dead.
Yeah.
And the Vers was the one they took and gave her that name.
Yeah.
And the fact is that she was had a blood transfusion from the Kree.
Which was from Yonrog.
Yeah, it's easy for you to say.
Well, do you see how much effort it took me then?
Yeah.
Yonrog.
With his yellow eyes.
He never. I thought about this. You don't hear his name until the end, yeah. And I didn't notice in the film. We just assume that they're friends. You don't know his name, but he is Young. Oh, for God's sake!
He was. Now he's changed his name because it's too difficult to
mention.
Difficult, so. But I mean, even would you call him the one who was in Guardians of the Galaxy the first time? I thought he was underused.
The accused, Ronan, the
accuser.
Yeah.
Is that again to show that how powerful she is?
And he looked and sounded ridiculous.
Yeah, he sounded weaker.
He did.
He sounded. I don't know if that means Thanos has done something to him to make him strong. Because he did say, and the fact is, he had a stone as well.
Yeah.
And did the stone give him the power? Is that where he got the idea to get the power? Maybe that would make sense now that I've thought about it. But at this point, he's going, do you know what? I'm not strong enough. I've seen what she's like.
Yeah.
I need the power of a stone.
Let's get out of here.
Let's go and talk to Thanos, and that makes much more sense now. What I'll give him a tick for.
Right now, I want to know that there's because there is an after credit sequence,
2.
which 2, yeah,
1.5,
1.5, yeah, which I enjoyed, but it cuts out a lot of her history.
Yeah,
because it's going from the 90s to now.
That'd be Captain Marvel 2 or Captain Marvel 3.
They're pretty much going the same route as Wonder Woman.
The thing is, what you're going to know is that she's not going to die in these films. That she's going out.
That's
the
problem.
premise that she's going to die. But because considering she's meant to be the strongest woman or thing being in the universe, she's not. But we need to find out who she's going to fight.
Yeah. Good point, yeah.
Yeah, but the fact is that it looks like there's at least some time after the day.
Yeah.
Because, I mean, what in the trailer for Endgame, how long did they say it was that they keep fighting, they don't give up? And then, because the Ant-Man is expected to be dead, then he turns up, and we don't know how long is it, 6-9 months, is it a year later?
I'm sure there's...
How long
it's said that there's years have gone by.
So they've been pumping the message from that for a couple of years.
Yeah.
But to get there.
Maybe.
So, it's... But I mean, we're speculating again. As a movie, it has not whetted my appetite for Endgame.
Do you think Endgame has overshadowed it?
Yeah, massively.
Massively.
It feels as if they've just had to do this film to get her in.
Yeah.
And it's almost like, right, by numbers, we need to get her in, give her an origin story, we'll make 800 million.
Do you think it should have been done earlier?
Yeah.
How
and
early?
better. Well, probably before Thor Ragnarok 3.
When everything just went crazy.
Yeah.
That makes sense.
But again, or even before Guardians of the Galaxy, because the way they've done it Guardians of the Galaxy changed the way you do things now.
Yeah.
Because Guardians of the Galaxy affected Thor.
Now they've lost James Gunn, haven't they? So.
Yeah, but he's making that film that you like, that horror Superman.
Well, no.
Was that Fisher?
He I think he wrote it.
Yeah.
Don't think he's not directed it.
But I mean, it's just it was so not as good as I hoped.
No,
for.
I just found it predictable. We knew where we were going. We knew.
But we knew the ending beforehand.
There's a moment in the film where Fury and Coulson turn up, and then she goes off chasing a Skrull. No, yeah, Skrull. Freaking out this. Should have this written down, shouldn't I? A Skrull who's tried to kill her. And then Fury and Coulson give chase. But you know that one of them is a Skrull.
Yeah.
Don't you?
Yeah, straight away. Well, you knew it straight away.
Yeah.
You knew it straight away beforehand. And the fact is, as well, he's a new guy.
Yeah.
He's a new guy. I mean, they said that after this thing had happened. And that, he's given the benefit of the doubt. He's going with his gut, not with his... And you're going, yeah.
I did like seeing Coulson back in the films.
Yeah.
We need to get him back in the films. Me and you.
Yeah. Phone him up and say, look, we'll do Thor again. You try and pick up the hammer, see what happens. Because we think you're worthy.
You are worthy.
Yeah.
Aye.
But it's...
Again, as well, you pointed out when she was getting on the subway, she walked past the old woman.
Yeah.
And
that's how she knew.
You leaned over to me and went,
yeah.
That's how she knew.
Yeah. That's how it wasn't any superpowers. She just saw what
she
they
just
touched.
knew.
Yeah. And then she walked
someone.
past the other guy, so she knew he was in there as well. But what I was going to say, it's like she becomes the bestest of friends from somebody who was torturing her not 10 minutes beforehand in the movie.
Yeah, that's true.
Who tried to kill her 10 minutes before, and then suddenly...
She's easily swayed, isn't she?
Yeah. Have you said $10 I'm your mate? Oh yeah, great. I've got a new friend.
That's happened in other films as well, hasn't it?
I know, but it's usually someone who's going to be bad. We kept expecting to turn again, like a third turn. Not actually, and his Skrull's meant to be nice. Come on.
I think
is this because you couldn't get Super Skrull in it? You just all turn out to nice guys?
I think it's just this story. I think it's all going to kick off, and they've introduced the Skrulls now.
Yeah.
And they will have infiltrated Earth. In the next phase of whatever after Endgame.
They're not. I mean,
everything could change.
They're goodies. They're goodies. The Skrulls are goodies.
They're not. Well, yeah, but
they just want to be family members again. I want to be family.
But it can change. We don't know what's going to happen in Endgame. It could be a firm full stop at the end of Endgame, and everything is a complete change.
Yeah.
They could go back to the beginning and change everything. And then
remake every movie again.
Well, not remake it, but start from scratch.
Female Thor or
it's happened in the comics. I'm not. It's whoever's worthy will have the power of Thor. Bring it on.
Where's that hammer?
Well, I reckon I could lift it.
Yeah, but if you're in a lift and that rises up and you're picking it up as it goes up in the lift. It's from Big Bang Theory. It's from the Big Bang Theory and all that. If the Hulk lives Thor who's lifting the hammer, does that count?
Yeah.
That was a great Big Bang season.
I'm just trying to think of other moments in
the film.
Yeah.
But, I mean, the chase scene, you knew Coulson or Fury, but because you didn't think it was going to be Fury because it was basically going to be Coulson. We knew it was going to be Coulson straight away. The youngifying of them, it was good for the first 5 minutes, and I just thought it just makes your face look as if you can't act as well.
I don't think
Coulson with hair.
Jackson, but he'd also had something on his face. Yeah. But I think Samuel L. Jackson didn't need it.
Yeah.
He may just put a wig on him and that's it.
Yeah, that'd have been fine. Yeah. He still looks exactly the
same. He's going to change a lot between then and 2008, hasn't he? I like the fact that he's writing the Avengers Initiative at the end of the film.
Yeah.
And that
it's changed it from...
It's taken from her code name, isn't it? Or where it is in planes. She's what?
The
Carol Avenger Danvers. It's clever.
Instead of Top Gun and the Goose and the rest of them.
Yeah.
But I mean, our mate was... Yeah, okay, she was a decent pilot, but I didn't feel she really brought anything to it either.
No, it was
Rambo.
just. I think it was just the family.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
But
Bringing
it didn't. I mean, she wasn't. She was quite bland.
Yeah, it was very. It seemed like it had only gone halfway.
Yeah. I mean, she owns a bar, so what is she? Oh, she's a mother, or she works in a bar, whatever.
Yeah.
And it was it fit, as we said, colour by numbers, superhero by numbers.
Yeah.
It was not what we hoped for.
No, and I suppose I've got to compare it to
Black Panther.
No, Wonder Woman. The only other Wonder Woman female superhero.
Yeah.
And that was by far much more emotive than this.
Mm-hmm.
And it could have done so much better.
But I mean, I still think the premise of Wonder Woman and how they got it working with the Greeks, they gave time to that.
Yeah.
Whereas that's what feels more DC. They seem to rush it.
Yeah.
They rushed the first half hour.
Yeah.
And it's almost like they're trying to get it under the 2 hour mark again, like Warner Brothers was trying to do with DC.
It wasn't under 2 hours.
I know, but it felt it. I mean, it just wasn't what we hoped for.
No.
Bad James Bond movie.
And
the more I talk about it, there was highlights we enjoyed.
Yeah.
But
not enough.
Not enough. I said, as in most of the, especially Ant-Man and the Wasp, the 6 laugh test flies through it. Here, it felt forced, and I didn't like him talking to the cat like that. Unless the cat's giving off some sort of pheromones, that's not Nick Fury.
But that's what I mean. He's got what? So when's this set? 95?
Yeah, something like that.
So he's got what? Just over 10 years to turn into the Nick Fury we see at the end of Iron Man.
I mean, has he done the bit with the embassy yet, which we hear about in Captain America 2?
What's that?
Well, basically to save them, he goes into the embassy, gets them all out, shoots everyone against the orders of Robert Redford.
Oh, yeah.
So I mean, we haven't heard.
No, he can't have done that then.
But
Because at the moment he's behind a desk.
Yeah, or is it after that? Because he was only just working in an embassy as a security guy, as the security people.
I don't know. That's what I mean. There's a lot of holes in this because the Tesseract as well.
Yeah.
So that's how they get it from. So she Marvel must get it from Stark because we see Stark find the Tesseract at the end of Captain America. I suppose she's in the government, isn't she? So I suppose it was transferred over to her.
Well, they were working on it, weren't they, in the undercover thing when the first Avengers movie came out. Was it the first Avengers movie?
When Howard Stark finds it.
No, but I'm not talking about that Howard Stark. I'm talking about because it was when they found Captain America. They found the Tesseract as well, didn't they?
No,
because it was in the ice.
No, they find the Tesseract before they find Captain America. They find the Tesseract. Howard Stark finds the Tesseract just after Captain America's gone down and they can't find him. But they find that because it gives off a signal, doesn't it? So they've had it, the government have had it or whatever, and I suppose then she's coming and she's taking it aside or something. That must be how it's travelled. But I don't think the government would let it go into
private hands. Yeah. Unless they look.
But that's what I mean. There's that. There's the whole thing about Coulson in Iron Man mentions that he works for the strategic
Homeland and Intelligence
Enforcement.
And Logistics Division.
There you go. Well done. But he doesn't have an acronym, and he says that they're looking for an acronym. At the end of the film, they found an acronym, which is SHIELD. How did he have SHIELD in the 90s?
Yeah, and didn't call it SHIELD.
I suppose
it was called different when it was Agent Carter. They did a different name for it, didn't they?
Yes, but I suppose that's me nitpicking. But I just think
it's the same as doing that with your hand on your arm to change colours. Yeah.
Oh, look at my clothes; they're different. But no, I just think with this they should be more on the ball with what they've done, and where they're going with it.
How come we can see it?
Yeah, that's what I mean. And I'm not completely invested in
Marvel,
the Marvel stuff
because you're DC.
Because I'm DC.
Yeah.
But I love it. I think it's brilliant, and I think what they've done is amazing.
See, I think because the way I do things, I watch 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 times, and then it sinks in, and I always find little bits that I either forget and then I re-remember next time I watch it.
I find it shocking that it's taken them 20 films to have a female-led superhero film.
Well, I find it more shocking for DC because I think Wonder Woman was one of the big three.
Well, that's true.
Wonder Woman
she should have had one years
ago. On the other side, the only one I think came close was Batman 2. Because even though she's not a superhero... Catwoman. Yeah. If you think about it, it's like her story, her setting up.
Yeah.
And that's probably the first, I think, female-led film.
Yeah.
Because it was more about her and how she started up.
Origin,
Batman was, yeah. Her and Penguin, but I mean, I think she was the main protagonist in that. But I mean, if you think about how all that...
I've watched that for years.
I know, Christopher Walken's just superb, isn't it? Why you weren't a Batman?
It's so thick, isn't it?
You can see where the sun gets it from.
Why are you dressing as Batman?
But I mean, it's Marvel... I don't think they've had they've had to build these other characters to get a strong female. Maybe Scott read, what you call it, the assassin from Russia.
Black Widow,
sorry, because it's Red Sparrow. Well, I keep thinking Red Sparrow is the movie that made of it.
They're making that. They
keep saying they're making it.
No, they are. It's underway. I think it's going to be filming later this year. But that's too late as well. That should have been done.
Wonder Woman's got
years ago.
It's like when DC tried to get the Justice League in instead before they got Avengers. Yeah. They rushed it. Yeah, now they seem to be rushing them out because of the success of Wonder Woman. Yeah. Wonder Woman did so well. They thought, Christ.
Yeah, but they thought, oh well, a film about like just one character. Wow, this is really good. We're making money on this. Aquaman. Oh, a film with one character. Oh, well done.
Making even more money.
And then Shazam's coming out, and I'm looking forward to that. That trailer, you piss yourself at that.
I did. I was laughing at it. I mean, but again, I'm worried in case it's.
It worried that everything was in the trailer because I was like, oh, this is new stuff. No, what they're doing.
It's the same as they did with Doomsday.
Yeah.
It's exactly what they did with Doomsday. They've basically give you Mark Strong as the baddie now and what his powers are. Yeah. And they're fairly almost the equivalent of Shazam.
I think it's going to be
Black Adam.
Black Adam, yeah.
Well, it can't be Black Adam because Rock's meant to be Black Adam.
Well, how do you know he's not going to be at the end?
There's two Black Adams though, because there's a bald Black Adam, there's a Black Adam with hair. If you've ever played the Infinity game, you know the one the Gods, Infinite Gods thing.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah, well, on there's two Black Adams. There's three, right. But they change them. They've got like Red Superman, Red Sun Superman, all these sort of things. But there's one that's got the. I think he could be Black Adam, and then The Rock comes in almost as an anti-hero, like a Venom type character.
Yeah, could be. Yeah, that makes sense. I don't know. We'll see, won't we, in a few weeks?
Yeah.
Midnight showing?
Yeah.
I'm going to book it off.
Yeah, you can. I'll still work the next day.
Mental. Although, you know what, we had a really good day because our boss didn't turn in. So
he went to the midnight show as well,
possibly, yeah. My manager didn't turn in, so I was like, oh, good. And then my other manager came in about just before we went for breakfast at 8:30. So it was a nice, lovely morning of just working. You
better say that. You might be listening to this. Nah. I mean, with me, I was up and out. Fine, I'm used to 4 or 5 hours sleep. Yeah, and then again, it's like that said. I keep up early, but I fall asleep at the sole drop of a hat.
Yeah, no, you do. So do I. We haven't mentioned the cat.
Yeah, Goose.
The goose. It's not a cat, and I do enjoy. Like you say, it's Ben Mendelsohn. He's the funniest person in this film, and I think he's possibly got the best character development in the film.
I mean, I think he's trying to play Spock. I really do. He's got the ears, so he's just trying. Yeah, we'll talk about that later.
Yes.
I haven't watched it all. I've only watched the bit where they're on the planet now.
Right,
just started.
Yeah. Okay.
But
I'm ahead of you for once.
I felt last night I actually watched Casino Royale.
Yeah.
Because I had the 4K TV and I had the Blu-ray player. I put the Blu-ray in. And I watched, and I loved it. I loved Casino Royale. It's so good, and Eva Green's so lovely, and it was just so nice, all of it. But I'm now from 10 years on. I'm seeing bits. And I'm thinking, a little bit clunky, and again. It's not maybe not the best anymore, but it's still better. But,
okay. Oh, all right.
Yeah. But Scott Pilgrim.
Yeah, you watched that as well.
Fabulous. I
with
love that
a
film.
Superman, Captain America, and Captain Marvel in one film.
Yeah.
Who else is in it? There's someone else, isn't there?
Scott Pilgrim.
Well, not Scott Pilgrim.
There's Superman from the original Superman.
Brandon Routh.
Yeah. And Captain America plays it, and then
he's brilliant in that.
Yeah, Brie Larson.
She's the ex-girlfriend, isn't she?
Yeah, and the twins. I'm trying to think. I'm sure he's something as well, but in Japanese movies, sort of thing. I'm trying to remember who he is because it's him playing both parts.
Yeah.
But
Goose. Goose isn't actually a cat. He's
some sort of interdimensional.
Oh no, what's he called?
Can't remember.
It was funny.
Yeah.
Fluffle or something like that.
Yeah, but they said the Mendelsohn character said, "Oh no, stay away from him." Yeah. He was scared of him.
Yeah. And the whole calfie's like, "Ugh!"
Yeah. And then they rate and they scan both of the and Nick Fury's like that. He's like, he does the cat. Oh, it's absolutely.
They put a
high level risk and all that.
They put a muzzle around its face.
They put what do you call it? A Silence of the Lambs mask on.
It's not Hannibal Lecter.
Yeah, that's what you said.
That's what I wanted to talk about.
Hannibal Lecter?
No. The references and the music, the 90s stuff. If it was set in the 80s, I'd probably accept it, but this seemed wrong. Everything about it seemed wrong.
The music, I thought that's not 90s. I thought it's like Just the Girl by No Doubt. I thought that's not the 90s. That's not the 90s. That's not old enough.
Is it because we've lived through it?
Yeah.
And like,
well, the 80s we think we were still kids then.
Well, I was a kid. I was 5 at the end of the 80s.
Yeah.
And
I was 20.
That's what I mean. I think
Never
maybe because I've got a full memory of the 90s decade. The references I don't like.
It's like I get Guardians of the Galaxy of the 70s.
Yeah.
Yeah, and films like that Charlize Theron one when she was in Russia, in Berlin, Atomic Blonde.
Yeah.
I get all those ones as well. And 1984, I'm looking forward to see what it's like.
Yeah.
With Wonder Woman, but. Yeah, I just it felt almost like you were watching it. Sometimes looking at the colour and the way things were driving. It was a 90s TV movie or something like that.
Yeah,
it was. I was expecting T.J. Hooker to come out or something like this halfway through. And so just the way people were dressed and stuff like this. It's just
it just seemed on the nose.
But the thing is, probably it's so good, you just feel it's out of date.
Yeah.
It's instead of it feeling, oh, that's capturing, you think, oh, they just look dated.
Yeah.
And that's the difference with that one decade. It looks the difference between looking dated.
We're not far enough away from the 90s for it to work.
It's not coming back.
Yeah. That's what I mean.
The 80s fashion music is coming back through. It's like in the 90s. It
maybe
was
need to wait one more decade.
Yeah, it was like the Beatles stuff coming through from Oasis. It became trendy again and hot. And I liked it.
That's what I mean. It didn't gel with me right, and like all the music, like Nirvana being played and all that. I don't like Nirvana in the first place, but it just I don't know. There was something like the Hannibal Lecter reference and all that, and it's like not happy with that. I don't know.
I was expecting Tom Cruise to slide across and start singing, just giving that some of that old time rock and roll or something like that.
That's a good callback. No, anyway, we've tried to talk about this cat. So it's actually an alien.
Yeah.
That
with his tentacles that comes out of its mouth and can. In some ways, it looks a bit like the Guardians of the Galaxy Beast, the second one they fight right at the beginning, because it's got all those tentacles.
I was thinking more along the lines of the Raptors from Star Wars, because you get a shot of the tentacles coming past the door and grabbing people. Also, Groot when he grows his arms. But I read that it's got a sort of wormhole inside it, so it's like a different dimension inside it. And that's why it can take everything in.
Yeah,
and that sort of stuff's brilliant.
Yeah, it's a TARDIS of a cat.
Yes. Yeah. Where is it now, though?
What, the cat?
Yeah.
It's probably in the collector's collection. With that space dog beside it.
Aye. So, talking about the cat...
But, I mean, maybe he keeps it. Maybe.
Well, he had it in his office, so I would have thought he would have. Why not? So, so Fury takes a liking to this cat, and it was speculated a long time ago during the trailer when he goes down and he's like, oh, aren't you beautiful? That the cat is going to be the person
it takes its eye.
He trusts. And that,
I mean, there's jokes where he's been shot, he's been falling over, he hurts his eye constantly,
right,
and he's constantly. And then it was basically a cat just tapped it, and scratched him with 3 eyes.
But again, that was the humour that I didn't think worked, because he's like, it's just a scratch, and then it flashes over to Ben Mendelsohn, and he's like shaking his head from side to side. I'm like, I know what you were going for. It was funny, but
why? Because he was meant to be nice, but then why don't you say no? You need antibiotics for that. You need to get it sorted. No, he just lets him. No, you're fucked. And then was it all to get to the joke at the end where he walks in with a big box of eyes?
Yeah,
and
I think it was.
And then the lie. Oh, you were tortured and you get eye taken away. Is that true? As if he's setting up some sort of premise, some lie. There's how he lost his eye.
It will be, won't it? Now it will be.
But, I mean, it's just the fact that Nick Fury's not like that. Nick Fury doesn't need to lie.
Because he is what he is.
He's a spy master. He's a guy who can see what's happening. He's almost like Batman, and he sees 5-6 moves ahead. He's the chess master. He's the one who can see.
I don't think he was at this point. I think that's what I mean. He's got like 12 years or 13 years until the end of Iron Man, where he becomes that. I think it's from then on, from Captain Marvel onwards, when he's going to become.
It was more like being the character out of bloody Witchcraft Reservoir Dogs. It was not
someone,
Reservoir Dogs. The other one where it does about the burgers and stuff like that. You know, with John
Pulp Fiction.
Travolta. Pulp Fiction. It's almost like that.
So, someone mentioned The Long Kiss Goodnight as sort of like recalling to that from when he was in that. So I don't know. Yeah, it's been a long time since, didn't it?
That's a brilliant movie. That's my favourite line from another female-led hero. She's been a superhero or assassin. Oh, you suck my... And that's just... It's the best line from a woman ever in a film.
How well.
But Gina Davis, she's great in that. It was just that time when she was like the hottest thing in Hollywood. She just after League of Their Own, and then they did that horrible Cutthroat Island, which died a death.
Yeah. I enjoyed that film.
I didn't know. I thought it was rubbish.
I haven't watched it since the 90s, but
well,
I'm sure I enjoyed it.
No, I didn't like it. But again, after I'd watched that film we're talking about with with him and Nick Fury, it was just because I'm sure the baddie's somebody as well who was in it.
I can't remember. Probably Gary Oldman or something.
No, it wasn't Gary Oldman, but it was. I'll remember eventually. Probably for the next one.
Yeah. So. Overall, you give it 3 out of 5?
3 out of 5.
I think because it's no way a 5 out of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And like I say, I think the only way I can articulate it is it should have been a Phase 2 film. It should have introduced her then. But then again, I suppose the reason why they haven't introduced her is because, but they could have had her off-world. Mm-hmm. They could have had a film off-world like Guardians.
But Guardians, I think, cracked off-world.
Yeah.
And I think if we had that as the first space movie, we wouldn't have had space. We had to have Guardians.
Yeah.
It's the interaction.
They introduced everything, and then you could go. I suppose they couldn't have had Captain Marvel then, because you need this story to tell her story, for her being part Kree and human. Because if she comes back, she's going to be a formidable foe, and you're not going to need the Avengers.
No, at all.
I suppose, it does make sense. But then again, she does leave the planet at the end, and she's supposedly...
She's taking the Skrulls to somewhere else.
Yeah, she's supposedly not back until...
30 years later.
Yeah. Which...
95, so you're probably 24 years later, 25 years later.
What's she been doing? We'll find out
fighting the Kree.
In film 2.
It won't be the Kree she'll be fighting. I'm trying to think who she could fight. Who's left? Who's left out in space? Galactus?
Yeah. That'd be cool!
But then she'd have to fight it wouldn't be Super Silver Surfer. It would be the one guy with the axe, the scythe. Who was he? It was his other herald after Silver Surfer.
Don't know.
It was something Kree the Conqueror or something like that.
Yeah.
But it's not made me want to see Avengers more.
No.
It's made me slightly more worried about what it's going to be.
No, I don't think we've got to worry about Endgame.
I know they're going to throw out every penny they've got at it, and they'll make all the money back.
And I reckon
tenfold.
That Captain Marvel will be better in Endgame
because there are more people to interact with.
Yeah.
I mean, she was meant to be almost invincible yet unsure of herself the whole way through the movie, and she was almost like, "I'll take you on." No, I'm not going to.
She was very scrappy.
Yeah,
she'd go for a fight, but she looked like she couldn't.
Nick Fury sticking on her tail, standing on her tail, sort of thing.
Let me at him.
Yeah.
No, I can't say it's a bad film. I can't say it's a good film. It is down the middle for me. I will watch it again though, and I'll probably watch it in the cinema again. And I do hope it. Well, I don't. It worries me as well because Disney are going to own everything soon. Yeah. And that means that if we're going to get quality like this.
This was disappointing. Considering they spent probably more money on this than they did on Ant-Man and Wasp. I think Ant-Man and Wasp was a far superior movie.
Yeah, and...
but again, we should wait until the second movie. Thor 1 wasn't the greatest
That's
movie.
true, yeah.
Thor
but then
2
again, that was in
better.
phase 1.
Yeah.
It was
before
good at the time. Yeah.
Before they learned.
Before
and
they
the fact is,
that...
we have to do this with all the new superheroes because everybody else has died, like Captain America. And if they've all died at the end of this one, and we have to have a slew of new heroes, which won't be as popular, no matter what you do. The reason the Big Six are the Big Six is because they are the Big Six. And that's why they keep making Batman every 2 years.
Yeah. I want to talk about Spider-Man because we saw that trailer.
Yeah.
Do you think Far From Home is set before Infinity War? What I'm saying is...
Just before is what you said.
You know when he jumps out of the bus?
Yeah.
I think that should appear
That's
in
them
Far
coming,
From Home. That's them coming back, from Far.
Oh, you don't know.
I think that'd be cool.
That would be fine, but we had a few of these things about working out how to introduce them. If that was true, then it'd be great. It would explain, because otherwise it just spoils every movie beforehand.
Yeah,
if it does that, then fine. But after, we'll see them coming back anyway, won't they? Hopefully.
Yeah, and then maybe have him feel something, look out the window, but there's no spaceship out there. And it would work. It would work so well. The Stan Lee cameo in Captain Marvel is a reference to him. He's learning his lines for Kevin Smith's Mallrats, I think. Is it Mallrats? I think so.
Clerks, Mallrats.
One of them, yeah. And that, I feel, because I said to you, that didn't look right. Did he film one for this?
He was meant to have filmed a couple. He did 2 or 3. I know he's done the Avengers one. I don't know if he'd done this one.
There was no interaction. All you had him was looking up and smiling, and then her smiling down.
But you didn't see him.
And you didn't see him speaking. I don't think I think they have another one. I think he was in another one, and they're not doing it. I think it was just for the
effect.
For the effect, yeah, because it's just...
Well,
there was nothing there.
If it was, because you've got to realize they were quite funny. Some of them, especially the Iron Man 3, the Civil War one. When he's like that Tony Stank or something like that.
Tony Stank.
Yeah. But it could have been something so poignant you didn't want to watch it. Or
maybe. But I just felt like it was. It felt wrong. You could tell that because he had his face covered.
Yeah.
And then he turned around. I don't know. I just feel I don't think that was the right...
It wasn't him.
I don't think that was the cameo that was supposed to be in this film. I think it was just thrown in at the end.
So how long we got till Avengers? 6 weeks, is it?
It's not long. It's like 50 days, isn't it? Something like that. You have a look on your phone. It's May, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not long. Exciting, isn't it?
Not now. I've watched that.
Oh, it is, because you've got... Because even in the end credit scene, because the end credit scene you have all the remaining Avengers except for Iron Man, and they have Fury's beeper somehow, even though he dropped it on the floor in the street.
But again, they probably went to his car.
Right,
they'll went to his car. They'll have a blowjack on his car, won't they?
And then they've hooked it up so that it's constantly getting a battery power, and it's sending out the signal, and then it turns off. This is the end credit scene, and that I'm just ruining.
26th of April.
Was that when it's out?
Yeah.
Here.
UK and US on April 26th, so nobody gets spoiled.
Good. So something's going to happen then. Cool. And then at the end, they're like, well, we need to hook it up, start sending the signal again. And then she just appears there. It was almost like it wasn't it was like, you know how they had the clip of Civil War in whatever film it was, instead of having a mid-credit scene.
Yeah.
They don't seem. It just seems like a clip from the film.
Yeah, because it used to be things like when it was like a funny thing happened in the way to Thor's hammer.
Yes,
and that was
like
a classic one.
Yeah.
When you saw what he was like, you know, he could handle himself. I mean, but everything about this film seems thrown together.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel as professional or as well done as the other ones. I said it feels very DC, the early DC, not the latest DC stuff, the early DC stuff. When Warner Bros was messing around, and but that's the second turkey from Marvel or Disney, sorry, with after Solo in 6 months, is it? Or is it a year?
It's probably around now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Solo was released.
So is it just that they have a bit of turkey left over from November?
I just think it's probably just a blip because it should have been released in Phase 2. The last credit scene was you have Fury's office, and the cat or whatever it is in there, and it coughs up the Tesseract. And we stood there, didn't we? Throughout the credits, and I think I turned to you and said, they know they've got us, don't they? Something like that.
There's only 2 people who left after the first one. Everybody else stayed.
No, it was 4. We counted.
Was it 4 people left?
4 people left.
2 people left.
Yeah, because someone I posted something.
Because I thought 2 people went down at the bottom, just sat at the bottom. Stood at the bottom.
Oh, did they sit at the bottom?
Yeah, they just stood at the bottom.
See, that makes difference. That's all right. I don't mind that.
Yeah, well, it is. You just get well, we stood up. We're always at the back, so we stood up and just leaned.
But you don't go to a midnight showing and then leave before the credits are done in a Marvel film, do you? You don't. It's just wrong.
It's just
What's
weird.
the point in going to midnight showings?
I know, it's just weird.
All right. That's it, I think. We'll call it a day. I want to talk to you about Star Trek Discovery, but we'll do it next week because I've had a great...
It's the end of season. It's a season break as well.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, God.
So you've got to wait now till October.
Brilliant. Have you watched The Orville?
No.
Watch that as well. I'll do the close off.
Yeah.
And here's the close off. You can follow me on Instagram and WordPress at The Ultimate Movie Geek. You can find us on SoundCloud, iTunes, and whichever podcast accumulator you use at MAaD Movie Pod or MAaD Movie Podcast, Man About a Dog Movie Podcast. You can contact the show via email using maadmoviepod@gmail.com. You can contact us via our Twitter feeds. I don't know. At MAaD Movie Pod and at Movie Ultimate. Let us know what you think. Did you enjoy Captain Marvel, or was it just okay, so to speak? Yeah. Like, share and subscribe and all that jazz. And we'll see you next week. Now back to the show. At home. But yeah, that's it. Brilliant.
I want to take my dog out. I'm supposed to take the dog out at 3. I'm in the dog books.
Say bye. Bye!
See ya!